number 11, we have x to the fourth plus 3x squared, and then minus 4 equals 0. So 1 times 4 will give us 4. Factors of 4, 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Looking for numbers that I subtract and give us 3. That'd be 1 and 4. 2 sets of parentheses. Split up, we have x squared in each the front, 1 and 4 at the back. First sign is my bigger number. Second sign tells me they're different. And then set them equal to 0 and solve. Alright, so with the x squared minus 1 equals 0, you add 1. X squared equals 1. Take the square root of both sides. And that gives you x equals positive or negative 1. And then over here, you subtract 4. So x squared equals negative 4. Take the square root. This becomes x equals, that'll be 2i. So positive or negative 2i. Negative 1 and 1. 2i and negative 2i. And the order in which you enter these don't matter. Alright, we got something new. It's been a little while. This is sum or difference of cubes, okay? Let me give you those formulas. There's 2 of them. With difference of squares, it has to be subtraction. With cubes, it could be addition or subtraction. So we have a cubed, it could be plus b cubed. Both of them have to be cube terms. This is equal to, parentheses, a plus b, and then, so the first one, you take the cubes off. The first sign is always the same. We have this acronym, so same, opposite, always positive. Okay, so the first sign is the same. The next sign is opposite. And then the last sign is always positive. Alright, so you first take the cubes off and you get a plus b. Then you square a, so this will be a squared. Multiply them together, so a times b, a, b, and then you square the last one, b squared. This is how that factors. So if we did it with subtraction, it's going to be very similar. Again, the first sign is the same, then opposite always positive, and the setup is going to be exactly the same. So you take the cubes off, it's going to be a minus b, and then you will square the first term, a squared, and then after the same time we now go opposite sign, so this one is going to be a plus, a times b, and then b squared, and it's always positive. So this is the formulas for sum or difference of cubes. Sum and difference of cubes. Okay, so what we have here is number 12. We have y cubed plus 27 equals 0. So if you're not familiar with cubes, I would look up a power table. 27 can be rewritten as 3 to the third. So if you rewrite it as 3 to the third, then you'll see y cubed plus 3 cubed. So this is what I'm looking at, y cubed plus 3 cubed equals 0. That's the same as 27. So let me show you real quick if I can pull up and just search for power table. Power table. Kind of like a timetable, kind of like a multiplication chart. This is the one that I like. It just shows you 1, 2 different powers, 2, 3. So you can see all the cubes here. 1 cube is 1, 2 cubes is 8, 3 cubes 27, 64, 125, 216, 343. So if you see any of those cube numbers, you'll know you can apply this formula. So I'm going to continue going. I'm going to factor this, applying this formula. So I'm going to take off the cubes. I'm going to have y plus 3, same sign. And then y squared, 3 times y, and change the sign, so same opposite, 3y, and then square the 3. 3 squared is 9, so always positive. We're going to set both of these equal to 0. So we have y plus 3 equals 0. Subtract 3, we get y equals negative 3. Now, usually this one doesn't factor. We have to do quadratic formula. So I'm going to apply quadratic formula. So that is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I'm going to apply quadratic formula to this part, setting it equal to 0, and then solve. So negative b, negative 3, when I plug it in, will become a positive 3. So I'll have a positive 3 plus or minus the square root b squared, so it's going to be a negative 3 squared minus 4. A is 1, c is 9, all over 2 times a, which is 1. Alright, so I'm going to simplify all of this under the radical. So I have 3 plus or minus square root. This is 9, 4, 36, so minus 36, all over 2. I'm going to come over here and start working down. So I have 3 plus or minus the square root of negative 27 over 2. Alright, I'm going to reduce this radical. So how you reduce radicals? I'm not focusing on the negative right now. I know it's going to come out as an I. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to break it down to primes. So 3 times 9, and 9 can be broken down to 3 times 3. Anytime you have a pair, you can merge them and bring the 3 out, or whatever that number is. So I bring the 3 out, so this will become 3i on the outside, and then there was a 3 left, so it would be square root of 3. So I have 3 plus or minus 3i square root of 3, all divided by 2. So 3 plus 3i square root of 3 over 2, and then we have 3 minus 3i square root of 3 over 2. Those would be my 2 answers for the second part. So we get 3, and then I'm going to do the division bar, 3 plus 3i, and then keypad, I need the square root of 3 over 2, and then over here I have to do the same thing, 3, but a minus this time, 3i, square root of 3 over 2. So let me just make sure everything's in correct. Okay, so I messed up. I should be putting a negative 3 here. I jumped ahead of myself. So negative 3, and then 3 plus and minus 3i squared root of 3 over 2. Okay, looks good.